And we are live. So, welcome everyone. I am so excited today to be hosting on behalf of the She Project. So, my name is Brenda Williams. I'm the founder of Culture Shifters Unite and the Brenda Williams Show, the podcast Soul of a Lead Her for she who lives and speaks from the soul. And I am joined here today by the next generation of bold voices. So, we have the ladies of She. I have Michaela, Amina, and Mariah joining me today, and they will be representing the She Project's podcast initiative. So, to level set for you all to understand how important this is and why we're so dedicated to amplifying their voices, about 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to come over to Mariners Inn and listen to several young women, some as young as 13, to pitch their podcast. So they were given the opportunity to work in small groups, to cultivate their podcast pitch from the ground up. They were able to not only find their own voice, unique voice, no one was able to see anyone else's presentation, not even the adults. They were given some basic instructions on what to do, and honestly, myself and the rest of the judges were completely blown away. So I'm joined here by, again, Michaela, Amina, and Mariah. So I am going to up first speak to Michaela. Michaela, if you could just tell us really quick your full name and where you are from and your age, and then how long you've been participating in the She Project.
My name is Michaela Banks. I'm 15, and I've been working with She for 5 years.
Wow. And what impact has the She program specifically had on your life?
I feel like the She program has teach me how to be more outspoken and potentially has helped me with mental stages in my life.
That's amazing. And, watching you all present and put your ideas together, what was your favorite part of pitching your podcast to us?
At first, it was hard. I was not gonna lie, I was shy doing it, but I had to. My favorite part was when we were talking to y'all and y'all was giving back feedback on what we was doing.
I love that. I love that. Yes, I will say that even with age, no matter how old you get, they say that the number one fear is not death, it's actually public speaking. So people actually would rather die than speak in public. So you all are definitely in a class all by yourself, because there are people that are really afraid of public speaking, and you took the feedback with such grace. And so, Amina is up next. Same question. Give us your name, age, how long you've been participating in the She Project, and what was your favorite part of the podcast preparation?
My name is Amina Naji, and I'm 18 years old. I've been in the Sheep Project for about 3 years, probably almost four.
Mhm.
Um, my favorite part, or what the Sheep program has given me, was like an experience. I couldn't even describe it. They've helped me with a lot of mental health things and really helped me grow as a woman.
I love that. And when we think about preparing yourself for the pitch competition, what were some of the things that were going through your head? And then when you actually were like, "Whew, that's over," what were some of the thoughts that went through your head during that process?
I was kind of worried that, um, in some parts, I feel like I was talking too much, and I do that a lot. I do tend to ramble, and I thought that that would kind of bore people. I also thought it would kind of bore people to make a video rather than a presentation where we were actively speaking.
Mhm.
I feel like the whole thing coming together and being able to actually see everybody's expressions from how we presented it, it was very nice.
Yeah. Sometimes we pleasantly surprise ourselves when we put ourselves or take a risk. Sometimes it pays off. So you all are learning some really valuable skills that sometimes even as adults we struggle with, like public speaking, taking risks, moving into the unknown, doing things that are unfamiliar. So I love that you were able, Amina, to sit in your own discomfort and pleasantly surprise yourself. So thank you for being here. And last but certainly not least, Mariah. Hey girl, hey. So if you could introduce yourself, tell us your name, your full name, your age, and how long you've been participating in the She Project, and then also the She Project's impact on your life.
My name is Mariah Langford. I'm 13. Oh, my name is Mariah Langford. I'm 13. I've been in the G program for like I think 2 years and a half. I don't really remember. And then I forgot what the question she
That's
asked.
okay. What impact has the She Project had on your life?
Um, I realize the more I come to She, the more comfortable I get around other people because I'm usually anxious around other people. I don't really like being around other people. I like to stay to myself, and it also made me more mature because they kind of teach us how like to express your feelings and like just they really make me feel like they're my family because like they know how to speak with their words, like they're very courageous and caring, and like you can tell when they're being thoughtful. That's why. Yeah.
That sounds very impactful, and it sounds like that's not something you get every day. Would you agree? So let me ask you this in terms of your preparation for the podcast competition or pitch. What were you most nervous about? And then what were you pleasantly surprised about?
To be honest, I was nervous about everything. Even when we first started the projects, I was nervous because, like, I don't really like speaking in front of people, nor even as live. I'm very nervous right now. That's why I'm not like, yeah. But I was really nervous when I went up there because, like, I was thinking, like, because I really know how to be a comedian. So I was thinking maybe if I, like, make people laugh, then I could be more comfortable speaking, which I succeeded. And that's why, that's what made me, happy because when y'all was laughing, it made me feel like myself. Because when I was up there, it was like I was trying to make a professional look, but I'm not really good with that. So that's why I was trying to make it like, very comedian like. So that's why I was happy. I loved how y'all, responded and laughed at my jokes because I honestly didn't think it was funny. But yeah, I would, you know, make it seem like I was more professional and like kid like.
I like them, right? And I want to level set and be, really honest with you. I like that you're funny. And sometimes being funny, or let me say it this way, being professional is sort of a broad term. And you can be funny and still be professional because it was evident to all of us that you put in a lot of hard work. Like even though you were cracking jokes, I could still tell that you put in a lot of effort and a lot of energy and a lot of heart. So I think that that's going to be a flavor because all of you all have like different personalities, and I'm going to be interested to see over the course of these next 6 weeks what you all bring as hosts. And so that actually takes me into another question, Mariah. So I'm going to put this back to Michaela. When you think about your personality, and you think about the things that you're interested in, whether it be your hobbies or career goals or things that you aspire toward, what kind of flavor do you think you're going to bring to this podcast? Like, how are you going to bring your zhuzh to it?
I feel like for the podcast, I think I'll bring the hype and energy that it needs.
Hmm. We need some hype and energy. I love that. And so, Mariah, same question for you. Um, you mentioned that you were a bit of a comedian. What energy do you think you're going to bring to the podcast?
Laughter, like I don't know, it just naturally comes with myself. Like I just joke. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm me. Like I said before, I just
Mhm.
like to joke around. I like to make myself like I like to see other people happy because it just makes me happy. I'm just like a happy person if you really think about it. So that's why I just want to make people laugh. So that's what I'm like.
That's what you're going to bring to it. And Amina. What flavor are you going to bring to the podcast?
Um, I think like a logical perspective. Like I'm very deeply. I like to speak about deeper things a lot of the time. So I feel like I would be very calm and logic. I don't know how to explain it,
No,
but
you're explaining it. You're explaining it just fine, Amina. Because in my friend group, I'm the deep one. I like to talk about all the deep philosophical, esoteric
yeah,
things and
yeah,
contemplate on
I'm almost
expansiveness.
like a therapist friend.
Because we all need that, right? We need the friend that's going to tell us about. Have you tended your inner child today, friend? That sounds like you need to heal your shadow, friend. So but we need that friend, right? So you're that friend, and then of course we need the hype girl, and we need the comedian. So we need all of the flavor that it sounds like you are bringing to. Yeah, we need all of it. So as I close, I have a really big question for you all, and you all probably talked about it in your group sessions, but what are maybe some stereotypes about Black girls that you hope you dispel? And then what are some truths about Black girls that you can't wait to explore?
For truths, I feel like some people might say black women come off as harsh, and I want to show that black women are not just harsh. We are probably outspoken sometimes, and we can learn how to communicate as we can do in this podcast.
Yes, all right. And I'd like to hear from the rest of the ladies. So, comedian, what you got for us?
I forgot the question again.
Okay, so what are some stereotypes that you hope to dispel about Black girls in this podcast? But then what's a truth that, yes, Black girls are definitely this. So it's all your opinion. What are your thoughts?
One thing I really be hearing is that black women are very insecure, and I can really just like say that that's not really true. We're not really insecure. We're just like more humble about ourselves. And like insecure is a very big word, so I'd rather put humble instead of insecure because like we really like to, you know, we take pride into ourselves and how we look and how we dress and how we talk. We just like we gotta. It's like it's a thing that we have to do is like take care of ourselves. That's as a black woman, as a black lady myself,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's what I really be hearing. Of like I wouldn't say not all black women are insecure, but like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's a lot I want to say, like a lot I don't want to say, but yeah, I just think when people say that, they just like I don't know. Maybe people think that because some black women come across as insecure because people do like to talk down on us because back in the day stuff like that happened. But I just feel like people who say stuff like that, they're just insecure themselves because me as a black woman, like I said before, I'm very humble about how I am and how I look and how I dress and how I talk to other people. So that's one thing I can say about what people say about us black women. And yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Because I'm getting lost.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's okay, because I mean, it's a work in progress, especially showing up on camera and talking ahead of time without questions, because sometimes as an interviewer or even being interviewed, you may not always have the questions ahead of time. But I like how all three of you are very deep thinkers. Even though you like to crack jokes, there's still a sincerity about the way you're showing up. And like you said, you're very humble. I can see the humility. I know that you also bring a lot of energy to the conversation, and all of you are definitely representing yourselves well. So Amina, tell us, what are some of the things that you hope to dispel about Black girls, but then what are some truths that are just undeniable about Black girls?
Um, I feel like one thing is probably that a lot of people think Black women don't feel pain. And I I know that personally, and I know that from the women around me. Like, I have very strong women in my family, but I know that they feel pain, and that's something that I've had to learn to really experience and watch. I had to watch that growing up, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much Black women actually really go through, and it happens with mental health or just even physical health. Like, people take us for granted, like we don't feel nothing. Um, and then another thing would be like a lot of people don't think that we're intellectual, like we don't have intellect, and that's been going around for centuries. And I feel like that's such a weird stereotype to think, but you know.
Agreed.
Or, I don't know about any truths though, because um, I don't know. It just I don't know, but definitely the feeling pain thing. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people just don't see.
Yeah. And we can explore that more too when we sit down starting next week to, of course, learn the basics of podcasting, but also develop your shows. So, you all are going to record 4 podcasts. And I think that there's a lot of brilliance, at least as far as I can see, sitting in front of me. So, you'll have an opportunity to talk more about these subjects, talk more about what's most important to you, and then I want to make sure, Michaela, what do you want to add to the conversation around dispelling the stereotypes, and then of course, what makes Black Girl Magic so powerful?
What makes Black Girl Magic so powerful is we all can come together and talk to each other and disclose information and stuff like that. And we can tell each other, express our feelings, talk about what's going on in the world or anything like that.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. So, good humans who are watching this in real time, or if you're watching this on the replay, we do have a 20K in 20 days campaign to help get this program up into the stratospheres, because we're trying to catch up to the girls. They're already there amongst the stars. And in order to do that, your generous donations and support will help us get there. And so they have some amazing adult partners. Shout out to Miss Karina Jackson, who has definitely been such a wind beneath the wings of this project, but all of their adult partners who continuously show up and show out and helped put together this pitch competition. Because again, as you heard and you all know in a lived experience as an adult person speaking in front of people, that is a legitimate fear. And then the ability to, in your own words, in your own voice and own agency, say who you are, stand on what you believe in, and express yourself fully, and understand that it is valid. And so that is what she is bringing to this experience. So I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Michaela, Amina, and Mariah. Thank you, ladies, so much for showing up today. I am excited to see where we're going to go, where we're going to grow. And if no one else has told you this today, you matter. Your voice is important. And I just want you all to just keep flexing that Black girl magic, because it is powerful. It's your birthright. And shine is what you came here to do. So give it to the people, give them what they want. So thank you all so much for joining me. I am Berhinda Williams, founder of Culture Shifters Unite and the Berhinda Williams Show, and the podcast Soul of a Lead Her, for she who lives and works from the soul. We will see you all later. Please drop a donation in that donate button. And if you are interested in being part of our 20 individuals to make a donation, please slide into my DMs. I'm giving you permission to slide into my DMs to ask more questions and how to get involved. And please make a donation or 2 or 3, and then tag somebody in this replay as well that believes in the power of young women, and especially the power of Black girls. All right. Y'all have been wonderful. Thank you so much. And I will see you all soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
It is absolutely my pleasure. See you soon.